Continue his role as play caller. It is Lucas Havrasek in for the injured Brandon McManus today as kicker for Green Bay. And Deonte Banks on the return for the New York Giants. Giants won the toss. Try to establish the ground game with Tyrone Tracy. And not much there as he runs right into Micah Parsons for a gain of about a yard. Right back to the ground. And Tracy will work his way to the 40. It'll be third down and medium. On 3rd and 5. It's a 4-man Green Bay rush. Winston with time, a floater, a man, and a catch for a first down from Wan'Dale Robinson, the leading Giants receiver this year. Forward progress takes him down to the 40 of Green Bay.
Yeah, the matchup in this game for the New York Giants is going to be with this offensive line. It's the strength of their offense, no question, and they've got a huge chance.
Winston swings it out for Tracy. And ducks his head down for about 4. Robinson in motion. Handoff right back to Tracy, trying to slice through. He's got a first down to the 28-yard line. Extra body for Green Bay. Winston into a tight window. It was off target and off the hands of Carrington Valentine. They were looking for Theo Johnson on 2nd down. Winston over the middle, got a man wide open. First down, and Isaiah Hodgins makes the grab back with the New York Giants. They haven't had Malik Neighbors since the first month of the year. They're without Slayton. They're without Bo Collins the last few weeks. On the ground, it's Singletary trying to push ahead. They'll mark him at the 5. It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Giants on the opening drive. Robinson in motion. Give it to Singletary. On the cut, penetrates and scores. What an opening drive for the Giants behind Jameis and company. First rushing touchdown of the season for Devin Singletary.
Yeah, this is their classic duo. Everybody runs this in the league. A bunch of double teams up, 5'7", 200 pounds. But he's been in this league a long time. Great patience on that run.
Younghoe Koo. Denver and Carolina that had not allowed one on the opening series until that 9-play opening series for New York. Bo Melton gets pushed back and back behind the 25-yard line. They'll mark him at the 25, and the special teams superstar Dalen Cambry, who is making his NFL debut, was in on it. There was movement up front by the Giants. It looked like Dexter Lawrence was in front, putting a hand on Sean Ryan.
Prior to the ball being snapped, encroachment, defense number 97, that's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
So it's 1st and 5, and Josh Jacobs has been one of the most productive running backs in the NFL this year. Bobby Okereke drags him down after a 7-yard gain. Off play action, Love. Nothing there, and that got batted at the line of scrimmage by Brian Burns. 2nd down. So it's a screen for Jacobs, little extension of the run game here, and Jacobs tight roping the sideline, gets jarred out of bounds in Giants territory. 16 yards on the catch and run before Javon Holland jarred him out.
Yeah, you really cannot give this guy the ball enough, whether it's handing it to him or these just short, quick passes where you have linemen downfield. When Josh Jacobs gets to the 2nd level, he is a load to bring down, especially for these.
We went back to the medical tent, so Wilson is in as the running back. Love on the move, under pressure, launching it for Dontavian Wick. Love, quick throw, out route. The tight end, Luke Musgrave, gets blown up by Cordell Flott. Musgrave is in there for the injured Tucker Kraft. Could not hold on as Flott delivered the blow.
Yeah, I like how aggressive this Giants defense is playing right now. Even this soft zone, I mean, they're rallying, tackling quickly. Certainly setting the tone early.
Number 1 3rd down team in the NFL. This has been a familiar sight the last 2 weeks. 3rd and long. Love steps, throws, and it's dropped. So Daniel Whelan is going to punt away to Gunnar Olszewski. A short punt in traffic, and Olszewski has to grab it at the 15-yard line just to secure it. So that got a little bit hairy. Winston from the 15 after an opening drive touchdown. And they stick it on the ground with Singletary, who had the touchdown in the opening series. Flag is thrown from the near side of the field after what was about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
There are 2 fouls against the offense on the play. Holding, offense, number 76, fouls decline. Legal block in the back on the offense, number 89. Would be half the distance to the goal. First down.
Right back to the ground game. So, Drew, this is everything that you thought we might see. They want to dispossess Green Bay.
But I'm just more impressed with the way the Giants are executing their offense right now with the balance.
Doing it without Jackson Dart. Concussion protocol this week. Underneath throw on 2nd and long. Grab by Wan'Dale Robinson. It's going to set up 3rd down. It's Micah Parsons trying to get back on track this week. They lined him up inside that time. Throw is late to the outside and nearly picked off again by Valentine. He's had a couple of shots at a pick today, and Jameis Winston gets away with one there, and it's 4th down.
So they cloud this corner. In other words, this corner's just going to get hands on the receiver, but then his eyes are going back inside for anything that could be outbreak.
Jamie Gillen, who had a brutal punt in the 4th quarter last week against Chicago that helped set up the game-winning Bears drive, boots this one away to try to flip the field. And down at the 38 of Green Bay. Just 20 points combined over the last 2 games. And the explosive plays have been a little harder to come by. They're trying to get him in the run game today with Jacobs, who's back out there to start this series. And he picks up 5. And that orbit, the zone read, and Love slides down with a diving defender in Dane Belton, one of their top tacklers for New York.
Obviously as a blocker, but also the guy on the receiving end of those.
And now on 3rd and short, it's Jacobs with the 2nd effort, and he rolls past the line to gain for a 1st down. So now they go with an end around for Bo Melton, who finds an alley and finds a 1st down inside the 35 of New York.
Yeah, I like the trick play. You watch, you've got John Fitzpatrick, 86, the tight end, leading out here, kicking out the corner, allowing Bo Melton a crease to go hit this thing for a big play.
The guy who's played 34 offensive snaps this year. And he comes up with a big play to get inside the 35. Off the fake. So there's this play action that Drew was talking about, and a drop on the outside by Fitzpatrick. Just 5 catches on his season this year. Penalty marker on the play. 1st and 20 from the 44. Love trying to get away from Lawrence, and does. And he's going to take some contact. Gets hit hard by Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, who's had a couple of really good games back-to-back. Now 2nd down and long, handoff. And a nice hold there for Chris Brooks as he takes it down to the 31. 3rd and 8. He's going to keep it. He's got this element to his game. And there goes Malik Willis for a 1st down into the New York red zone. Impact play by Malik Willis, who's averaged better than 5.5 yards a carry for his young NFL career.
Well, I'd say this probably isn't what the Giants were expecting when they were thinking about the Packers' run game. But Packers might have found something here.
He's going to get checked out, and it's Willis's game right now. Here's Jacobs, spinning his way through contact down to the 11. Willis rolling to the left, dumps it off. It's Fitzpatrick, and it's 1st and goal for Green Bay. Just the 6th grab of the season for the 4th-year man out of Georgia. It's Willis. We're told Jordan Love is questionable with that left shoulder issue.
In the 1st quarter.
And that'll take us to the end of the opening period. So it's Malik Willis on 1st and goal from the 5 for Green Bay. And it's Jacobs pounding moving ahead, and Josh Jacobs is initially rolled short, and that is the call on both sides from the line judges. It'll be second down and goal. It is in there for Green Bay. Right back to Jacobs. He gets stopped. Bobby Okereke is there for the tackle, and it's third down and goal for Green Bay. Third down again. Willis holds on. Willis rolls and throws, and it's snatched for the touchdown by Watson. First of the season for Watson, back from the knee injury and back in the end zone for the Pack.
And for Malik Willis to find this guy as Burns is bearing down on him and just gets blasted. My goodness. How did he even see him? He's the third read, dragging across the back line. He went flat to corner and then ripped it to Christian Watson there. As Brian Burns was bearing down on him. I tell you what, that was a heck.
And now Lucas Havrasik playing in his third game for the injured Brandon McManus. Misses a kick for the first time this year. As it begins to pick up here at MetLife, Daniel Whelan will hold. Kick by Havrasik after missing the PAT is grabbed by Banks, and he gets crunched shy of the 25 by Aaron Mosby, and Mosby may have gotten the worst of it. And Jameis Winston goes to work from the 23. And Tracy trying to maneuver, not a lot there.
Unfortunately, just haven't been able to finish consistently in the fourth quarter.
Well, how many times do we hear that word finish in our conversations this week? Winston on the rollout. Robinson gets tumbled down by Isaiah McDuffie.
And certainly keep that other side off the field is what you're trying to do. Winston,
little out route past the sticks, and it is good enough for a first down for Robinson. No, it's going to be juggled. Incomplete is the ruling by the official. He continues to maintain that. McDuffie did a nice job of jarring that ball a little bit. Now, you could also make the case that that was a catch with that movement up the field, and then it would be potentially a fumble out of bounds. That would have been an interesting challenge for Kafka to throw out there, but I understand maybe not wanting to use a second one already. A rolling punt grabbed by Romeo Doubs, and a good return. They'll set up good field position for Green Bay. There's a penalty marker on the play as well.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 55. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. First down. Timeout.
Kingsley Enagbari is going to actually push this back. But Love goes to work, and it is Emmanuel Wilson, Christina Pink, getting the first carry of this drive. No Josh Jacobs.
The run game was encouraging on that last drive.
Love trying to find something downfield, and Doubs with his second drop. Just a four-man rush from New York. Love over the middle, past the sticks. This time it's held on to by Watson, and he's got the first down to the 31. And of course, Golden was drafted in the first round this year. Deep drop, looking for something downfield. Nothing there. Now Love floats it. Loose man is Golden. Right on cue. First down in New York territory.
Yeah, look, really good play by Jordan Love. I'm surprised that literally none of these play actions have happened in rhythm. Every one of these Jordan Love has had to scramble, and this is the first one where they've actually completed one. So maybe this is just kind of breaking the seal, and we're going to start seeing.
Back to the ground game, and it's Emmanuel Wilson running into Abdul Carter, the rookie for the New York Giants.
Something in the water at Penn State.
No Thibodeau today. That's a big loss for New York's pass rush. Good break on the ball by Flott as they were trying to thread the needle to Dontavian Wicks. Pressure coming from the Giants. Gets picked up. Love throws underneath. Doubs trying to get to the sticks. Lunging for it, and they're going to mark him past it. Handoff for Wilson. Cut. And not a whole lot of room for guys in his third season with Green Bay.
Like, hey, we have to get this passing game going so that we can complete this offense.
There's another play-action fake on the rollout. Love throws on the move. Romeo Doubs steps out inside the 15, and the Packers are in the red zone. 10th play of the drive out of a run formation, and Wilson slips through and scores to give Green Bay the lead. his first touchdown of the season.
Just watch the interior of this offensive line. This is what they wanted to do coming into this game, was reestablish their physical.
We've seen it on the last couple of series. Havrasek this time will push it through, and it's a 13-7 lead.
They're doing exactly what they said they needed to do coming into this game, which is reestablish the run game, and then the big play passing game will come off of that.
He's going to go to the end zone. Banks is going to bring it out. So they'll opt against the touchback from the 35, hope for a big return, and he gets it past the 30-yard line. On first down, there is the ground game. And Quay Walker right there for the tackle. Leading tackler for Green Bay this season. After a gain of 3, right back to Tracy, and there is the penetration by Carl Brooks and the rest of this Green Bay defense led by Jeff Hafley.
11.
And it looked like Rashawn Gary got a little bit of a head start from Jermaine Illuminor.
False start. Offense number 72. That's a 5-yard penalty. Third down.
That's the 7th accepted penalty on the right tackle.
They've got Parsons inside over the right guard.
Oh, here he comes. And Winston had to get rid of it. Tracy got away. And Tracy picks up the first down. Edgerrin Cooper had him dead to rights after Winston had to just get rid of it. With Parsons bearing down, they pick up 20.
Well, you know, I tell you what, it was actually a great play call because it ends up being a screen. So they're intentionally letting the defensive line get inside, saying, go ahead, fellas. Go ahead and...
They always say screen against the blitz, usually a productive play if you execute it. They needed 12, they got 20, and now Tracy picks up about 5. Play callers for these units, both guys maybe wanted to be head coaches someday full-time. Winston on the slant, converts a third down. They needed just 5, and Hodgins is there to pick up 8 and move the stick. Here comes Tracy navigating, trying to hold on to that football as you saw Javon Bullard trying to rip it out of there, that big nickel defender for Green Bay's defense. Not a lot of misses from Green Bay and New York's defenses. Winston looks right for Hodgins, and he holds on. He's able to absorb the hit from Keyshawn Nixon. 3rd and 1, play clock's winding. Snap to Winston to push the pile and get the first down. All the way down inside the 20. Now 9-play drive for New York. And it's Singletary now. And Bullard right in there trying to rip the ball away. A Packer defense that has not generated a ton of takeaways, just 6. Both teams have 2 timeouts, no coaches' challenges inside the 2-minute warning. Winston sees some pressure, floats in end zone, and it's off the back of Isaiah McDuffie, and a flag is out as Theo Johnson, the big tight end. Let's see what Scott Novak says.
There is no foul for roughing the passer because he was blocked in. However, pass interference on the defense.
They'll hand it off for Singletary. Chapman threw the block out on Cooper and had his arms up, hoping that Singletary would find the alley.
Yeah, Elijah Chapman was like, hey, I'm kicking this guy out so that you can run it up inside. Watch this. You knew the Giants would pull out all the stops. Bang! Well, of course, there's Quay Walker.
They load up the backfield. They give it to Singletary, and he's in. This game is tied. Second of the day.
I give so much love to this Giants offensive line right now. They've done an incredible job of just denting this defense in the middle, getting great push for this run game. They've got about 60 yards rushing, 0 sacks.
Jameis Winston quarterback sneak. Younghoe Koo is able to slide it through, and that puts New York back in front. And Koo is going to end up missing it, so that penalty ends up killing the Giants. The wind is messing with the ability to have dirty kickoffs clean, and no kicker wants to have the ball held either. That's actually a pretty good coup delivery, all things considered. Bo Melton on the return, won't make it to the 30-yard line. On the 28. Pressure coming from Abdul Carter. Nearly had that first full sack, but Dobbs holds on a fluttering Love delivery for a first down.
On normal cadence, as opposed to the silent count.
So he's timing up the snap a little bit better. Love with a collapsing pocket delivered off the back foot. A tough try for Dobbs with Banks in coverage. And it's incomplete. It's second down. Still no Jacobs as he's dealing with the knee injury. That ball is on the ground. Love picks it up and throws it and completes it to Musgrave. The ball is out again, and the Giants may have it now. They do! Recovered by Demetrius Flanagan, fouls on a hot potato play with 30 seconds left in the half.
After reviewing the play, the receiver never completed the process of the catch.
That is an overturn. Love looking deep. Pockets collapsing. He got tripped up and touchdown. Clock will move. 25 seconds and counting. Maybe the Giants use their timeout here.
Chasing their receivers down the field, and really a huge run lane here if Jordan Love is able to step out of this. But really nice job by this secondary, honestly, all day long of matching these routes, staying with their guys in the scrambles. For a secondary who is absent of their best corner, Paulson Adebo.
Daniel Whelan, one of the top punters in the league in terms of average, will boot this away. Low snap, and he has to get rid of it with a line drive. And it's going to head out of bounds. Good recovery by Whelan. With Green Bay slated to get the ball to start the second half, Winston's going to take a knee, and they'll be happy as a touchdown underdog to take a tie into the locker room.
There's no question. I think this half went about as well as you could have hoped for the Giants. But it has not resulted in their opportunities for big plays down the field with the play action. So hopefully that's something they can get going if they want to get back on track.
Xavion Williams, the rookie on the return, will work past the 30, near the 35-yard line. Down to Christina Pink we go. Emmanuel Wilson had a touchdown in that first half. Love gets hit as he tried to deliver. That was Dexter Lawrence, who's been much maligned over the course of this season for his lack of production. Ryan's in there, and now so is Kennard. On second down, Love delivers, and a completion. It is grabbed by Wicks. He gets grabbed by Holland. That ball is fumbled out of bounds. Dobbs is in there on third down and one. Fake it. Love throws it. Got a man and a first down to Watson. Christian Watson is the big play threat that they've been missing. Love completing just 50% of his throws so far on the year. He's much closer to 70%, a career high. Toss play, Wilson. And he works inside the 40. Have propelled them over the top of Green Bay for now. Love off the back foot. Downfield for Matthew Golden. Incomplete. Flag is out. He got a little banged up. It's Wilson. And tumbling ahead. Running into Okereke. And a short gain to the 2-yard line. Love. Drop back. Wide open man. It's the tight end Josh Wiley. His second game with the Packers, and he's got the touchdown to give them the lead. Signed after the Tucker Kraft injury, the former Tennessee Titan has the touchdown.
Yeah, I like the play, which is legal at the line of scrimmage.
Haversick, whoa, my goodness. If that's not wind pushed, I'm not sure what's happening in the shoes of these kickers.
Third string tight ends.
Banks from the 6. And a crunching hit by the previously injured Aaron Mosby. He makes a nice play there, and he's feeling good now. Start this drive from the 27. The run play to Tracy. And picked up a few yards as we check in with Christina Pink. Motion Jones, they give it to Tracy, hold off the left side. And close to the first down. Right at the line to gain. On third and short, and Singletary's gonna get stuffed. Singletary has done this plenty in his career. Can he get the yard they need? Looking for the push.
He's there.
Oh my goodness. Let's see where they spot this. That fell a couple of votes shy of approving it. But that push gives the Giants the first down. And Singletary, with a decent gain on first down, picks up 4. Now 2nd and 6. Winston slings it out wide, and a tumbling grab by Daniel Bellinger will get him a few yards closer. And it's going to set up 3rd and short.
Yeah.
Hey, Jermaine.
It is a run play, and an upended Singletary goes flying through the air as Evan Williams submarined him. It is pass. Parsons is coming. Winston avoids, throws, diving catch, first down. Hodgins is there with that 6'3" frame to secure 13 yards and a chain-moving grab.
I can't say enough about this offensive line against this pass rush to give Jameis this type of time, but also just his poise, his composure. He's just making his way through his progression. And I tell you who's not having a hard time catching.
Hodgins in his Giants debut this year. Tracy's back in. And he gets wrapped up after a short gain. Grabbed by Quay Walker. From the 42. Deep drop, off the fake. Winston got a man. In the middle of that zone defense, it's grabbed by Jalen Hyatt. He's got the first down, his 2nd catch of the day, and just his 5th of the year in 7 games.
This is where Jameis Winston really thrives. We've run the ball really well today, so that sets up this play action.
Fresh set of downs. Good block in the backfield that opens things up for Tracy to run it. Daniel Bellinger got down and dirty. Right back to him. And he's got the first down, does Tracy. Moves the chains. Tracy running into McDuffie. Inside the 15-yard line goes this Giants offense. Bellinger, the lead blocker. Nice play by Nixon. If he can bring down Singletary, which he does. Packers bring a blitz. It's a screen against it for Singletary. And he tries to lunge ahead, but he's out of bounds, shoved out by Nixon as those two collide for a 2nd straight play. They've converted twice on this drive on 4th down. Trying to do it again. Here comes the rush. Winston dancing, moving, and down he goes! Packers get the stop, and it's Micah Parsons to help finish it off.
Look, this offensive line still doing a great job. I mean, they gave him as much time as they could.
The McDuffie and Parsons team.
Unfortunately, I think that was a missed opportunity.
So Green Bay takes over after a 16-play, 9-minute and 46-second drive. And plus, kicking is hard today, it feels like, with the wind the way it is. I imagine that's on the minds of both LaFleur and Kafka as this game progresses. Wilson gets hit by Burns a couple of yards shy. Giants bring 4. Love takes a shot. Got Watson! Could not hold on. Incomplete. The coverage outside from Nick Jones.
We're going to contest every throw. We're going to play underneath on the short stuff. If they're going to beat us, make them try to beat us over the top. This is a great throw by Jordan Love. Really a play that you'd like to see Christian Watson come down with. A lot of times he does. I think the Giants get a little bit lucky here.
Jones, who coming into today had the coverage on the excellent Watson. Wheelan boots it away. A boomer with the wind, and this is going to head out of bounds and push the Giants back to the 15-yard line. That is a 60-yard bomb. Christina Pink down to the sidelines, the wonderful women and men of our crew here in Jersey. And Jameis Winston finds Wan'Dale Robinson. That was a key sequence at the end of this third quarter. That stop from New York huge. Packers have dropped back-to-back games by a field goal, but they've got the lead to the fourth. Second down for Winston, off multiple sets of hands, and it was nearly taken away. Robinson could not hold on, nor could Bullard for Green Bay.
Yes, Monday.
Giants on third down, the pressure comes, and Winston got it to his man, Tracy, for a first down. McDuffie finally forces him out of bounds near the 40-yard line. They pick up 20 on third down and 5.
And Green Bay's been tuning up this pressure, especially on third down. You're going to see this slot pressure right there. Jameis just drifts away. They've hit a couple of these nice screens on third down to Tyrone Tracy just to get him on the perimeter.
Back to the ground game, and Tracy runs into Parsons, and a good 5-yard pickup for New York. On second down, Tracy, patient run, and he finds enough of an alley to pick up the first down into New York territory. 100-yard game for Tracy, or for the Giants, I should say. Now Winston's going to take a deep shot, and that could have been picked by Nixon. That might count as a Packer drop as well. That hurts him today. Second down, now it's Singletary. And he takes it down inside the 45-yard line, grabbed by Colby Wooden. A key third down. Winston stands strong in the pocket and delivers to Johnson. Coming off a career day in Chicago, he converts with a 14-yard gain. Career over 150 touchdowns. Streaky quarterback has ported himself well in his Giants debut today. Got down early, can't come back to take the advantage. There's Tracy again, and pinballs into Nixon. A couple of yards shy of the line to gain as he picks up 6. Double-digit play drive, so a lot of those third downs they've been able to convert. Now it's a pitch. Tracy off the edge, trying to find the 20, and he stayed on his feet enough to get into the red zone. We'll check the penalty marker, though, on the near side of the field, and if it's a hold, this is coming back.
Holding. Offense number 78. That's a 10-yard penalty. Third down.
Here come the Green Bay Packers on the rush. Winston ahead for Theo Johnson, and he's going to be short. It is Bullard along with McDuffie. They need just 2. Winston over the middle and held on to. It's first and goal. Hodgins comes up again.
I always love seeing a guy that you go and pull off somebody's practice squad and he's not getting any playing time and he comes to you, and he's made 5 huge catches today, most of them on third down, but he's a big target. Jameis obviously trusts him.
From the 9, head of steam, and Singletary pushing ahead. Multiple flags come flying in. This might be a face mask against Green Bay.
Personal foul. Face mask on a defense number 96. Half the distance to the ball and an automatic.
So maybe a trench battle between these old school franchises. It is Singletary trying to push. Waiting for a signal. And it looks to be short. Nearly 8 minutes off the clock as we hit the halfway point of the fourth. It's Winston. It's a touchdown, and this game is tied again.
But now for the most exciting play in football, or at least in this game, which is the extra point.
That's right. After Winston ties it.
You know what? Just push the pile. Outstanding job by this offensive line.
And now the question becomes, would you even consider going for 2 right now? Koo in the wind to try to give them the lead. He does. And a collective sigh of relief. Jameis Winston in his season debut has New York in front. 3rd rushing touchdown of the day for the Giants. A boomer from Koo, but it's going to head to the end zone. So that means the ball is at the 35. last couple of months. Here comes Jordan Love after a long break on the bench. Starts this drive with a good gain, and Wilson picks up about 8 on the play. Remember, no Josh Jacobs with that left knee injury. He is out for this game.
So yeah, make him earn it.
Off the left side, and a first down carry.
But I really like Jordan Love's demeanor right now. I think he's handling this well.
He's always been such a calm guy. Under pressure, he delivers calmly, and what a catch by Dobbs. First down inside the 40. Now are they going to rule it incomplete? That's the 7th drop officially for Green Bay. Love is going to take a shot for Matthew Golden, and it's incomplete. Coverage by Dane Belton. Another 3rd and long for Green Bay. 5th body coming for the Giants' pressure. Love with time. Waving receivers around. Off the back foot, he launches it downfield, and it's caught by Savion Williams. The rookie comes up huge on 3rd and long.
Yeah, watch this. Might have gotten away with a... I guess they were just kind of hand fighting. It looked like he might have gotten away with a push off there, but...
Longest play on either side today. 32 yards to Williams. Off the left side, here comes Wilson. Flag is thrown back in the offensive backfield. Excellent run, but this might be coming back for a hold.
Yeah, this is costly.
Offense number 81, that's a 10-yard penalty.
Play clock winding. Love's got it. Love keeping it alive, and he finds Dobbs, who's back on the field. And back inside the 20, so they get that penalty yardage back and a little more. Love on a high snap. Floats it. Watson up top. It is caught! Touchdown Packers! Green Bay's got the lead!
I'll tell you what, everything about that was top-notch. From the throw to the catch. Tough snap. Jordan Love is able to handle that. He's throwing to the field. He likes his matchup with Christian Watson.
Well, you probably go for it for 2 regardless of the wind conditions today here to try to go up a touchdown and a point after. Love dancing, floating in, and it is held on to by Wilson. And Christian Watson's big playability has arrived for Green Bay. This goes to the end zone, so the Giants will have it at the 35-yard line. From the 35, Winston. Into a tight window, but it's grabbed by Robinson. Made the grab for about 4 yards at the 39. We duck inside of 4 minutes. Kind of trap him in some personnel. Winston over the middle and broken up. Nixon saw it coming as they were looking for Robinson. 3rd and medium. Winston floats it, and the tight end, Johnson, comes up big. Keyshawn Nixon was the defender, and that floating pass for Theo Johnson is complete for a first down.
Yes, Theo Johnson's a big-time target for them, but look at that throw. I mean, both these quarterbacks, pinpoint accuracy down the stretch.
Draw play. It's Tracy slipping through, and he's got the first down and a little more. Still going. Winston's in there trying to help push some bodies around as he takes it down to the 33.
So much credit today. Every one of these drives have been these types of runs where it is 4 and 5 yards, pushing the pile, putting pressure on this defensive front that came in. You even got Jameis Winston pushing the pile. Tell me these guys don't want to win this game.
Winston stepping up, had to float it ahead for Tracy. And he gets upended by Nixon. That ball nearly came out, but it was held on to, and he's down at the 25. They will run it. Winston kind of fakes the knee. He kind of went down, bending a little bit, and then threw it for Hodgins, which takes us down to the 2-minute warning. Gonna need stoppages no matter what. They'll run it. The push, and a first down from Singletary. The Giants' ground game has continued. Now through the air. Winston fires towards the end zone and incomplete. Javon Bullard had the coverage on Wan'Dale Robinson. It's 2nd down. 77 seconds left on second down. Here's the run to the left. And inside the 15 goes Singletary. Edgerrin Cooper there for the stop. Winston fires. End zone off target. Picked off. It's Evan Williams with the interception.
Number 13 right here. It looks like he's about to run a corner route, and then he just stops on this route. Look, Jameis throws it right where he wants to. And you would expect that on a corner route versus a high two safety look, that the receiver would cross the safety's face. So as a quarterback, you're throwing that with anticipation, expecting for that receiver to cross the safety's face, and he doesn't.
They can still get the ball back with limited opportunity if they can get 3 stops.
That's exactly right.
And now here is the run by Wilson. There's a stop by Alexander. First timeout's going to be used here by New York. Right back to the ground. Giants will get a stop. And a timeout used here. Love on the rollout. And he's going to slide down, so New York's going to use that final timeout. About 16 seconds. Green Bay getting its formation right. And Whelan will boot it. And it's a good one. That pushes Olszewski back 60 plus. Olszewski to the 35-yard line with 10 seconds left. When they needed it most, the Irishman comes up with a banger. Back to the Packers defense. They're playing intermediate right now. Here's Winston. Loading up, gotta hurry, hit from behind. Ball is out. And this game is over. And Micah Parsons finally gets home. And he is now 9-0 in his career against the New York Giants. MetLife Stadium.
I'll tell you what, one of the more persistent pass rushers you're ever going to see, getting double teamed, but he will not let up. Hey, look, he knows when it's time to make a play. He's going to be the one to do it.
Parsons comes up huge on the final play of the day after a tough 2 weeks. And the Packers defense, which had kept them in the game each of the last 2 losses, comes up huge today.
Ruling on the field stands as a fumble. The game is over.